Hello children, hope you all are doing very good. So it's time to again get back to the studies. So here I am to teach you chapter 8 from your literature book, that is Every Drop Counts. Now children, in this chapter you will see how our country is facing water shortage and how we can very tactfully use water so that it cannot get wasted. So it's quite a very serious problem because India is a country of extreme conditions, because here while one part faces drought, another part struggles with flood. So on the whole the country is facing lots of water problem, and it's a very basic problem that we don't realize that water is very precious resource. So many people who lives in towns or cities, they get plenty of water there. They enjoy luxuries like swimming and all, and so they waste a lot of water. But see, the growth of cities and water pollution has created a lot of demand for water, but there is not enough water to meet the demand. So this has put a lot of pressure on the quality of surface or groundwater. So clean water is very difficult to get in many parts of the country. We cannot get the clean water also. So people need to understand the importance of storing, recycling and reusing water. We have to learn all these things. And yes, it is important to store rainwater also. In India, the fresh water is largely used for agriculture, and rainfall being the main source of water resource or fresh water, it should be collected very carefully. With water shortage being a historical problem, as our country is facing problem, or it is going on for many years, okay, that it is facing problem like this. So India has a long tradition of water conservation. So now we will see how we can conserve water for our future use. Step wells. What are step wells? These are perhaps India's very oldest way of collecting rainwater. These are trenches with winding staircases reaching deep into the water table. Today, these beautiful works of architecture are mostly forgotten. With the earliest such step wells built around 2nd to the 4th century AD, these were very cleverly constructed to capture rainwater, known as bowlis or vows. These step wells can supply water all year round in the more dry parts of the country. So children, in earlier time also, these rainwater were they were conserved properly for the later use. So it's very interesting, okay. But nowadays these architectures are mostly forgotten. People, they do not remember them anymore. And as cities become bigger, traditional water bodies are getting used up. And effort should be made to restore such water bodies and to construct new reservoirs. What is reservoir? Where we can collect water. So as cities became bigger, so we need more reservoirs or more bigger reservoirs so that it can hold more water for people's need. So this will help to increase the groundwater also. So rooftop water tanks to collect rainwater are another way of harvesting water for future use. What is rooftop? Everybody have seen rooftops, no, roof of our house. So on top of that, water tanks are there. So it can be kept like that on the rooftop, and water can be collected in the water tanks there for our later use. So there is one more type by which we can store water, that is bamboo drip irrigation, with which we can irrigate. Bamboo drip irrigation has been used in the northeast for over 200 years. It helps to use water carefully during the dry season. This kind of irrigation is practiced in hilly areas. People there, they get bamboo very easily, and so they do this bamboo irrigation. Where construction of drains in the ground is not possible, because in hilly areas it is very difficult to make drains there. in the grounds. So it is not possible because the ground has rocks there. So it includes many bamboo pipes that are linked together as to control the flow of water. The pipes are placed in such a way that water travels long distances with just the help of gravity. See how clever they are. And that is indeed a very clever way to conserve water. It is rather intelligent. Yes, some crops like sugarcane and cotton use a lot of groundwater. Okay, so farmers should be careful while planting such crops, and this should be changed with crops which take up less water, so that there's enough scope for groundwater level to increase again. Because see, this water cane and this cotton, they need much more water for the irrigation. But if farmers can change these crops with the crops which take up less water, so that there's enough scope for groundwater level to increase up increase again. uh, Also, planting trees in our cities and towns which need less water is another step which will help conserve water. Yes, we need to plant more trees in our cities, so that less water is more water can be conserved. So apart from all these usual methods, so using water smartly and carefully in our daily lives, it's very important. So it can go a long way in conserving water, from using less water in the kitchen to taking shorter shower. These are all very small but useful steps towards water conservation. So children, in this chapter we have seen how tactfully we can use water so that it cannot get wasted, and how smartly we can use water so that we can increase the level of conservation, so that when needed water can be used later. So children, you all go through this chapter and see if you have any difficulty, you can call me up. Thank you.